Yeah, no, you're right. Final bell, Mariano Acme.
Washington Sports Media.
And we're here with Jarrell, Big Baby Miller.
Oh, what's up?
Jarrell, what's going on, man?
I'm alive, man. Yo, your boy been going through it. You know what I mean? Got arrested for taking my own truck, you know.
I wasn't going to take it there, but let's talk a little bit about that. Your last fight,
you know,
maybe it was 2 weeks later, right?
Yeah, man. It was like, you know, man, New York, we built different, man. I'm telling you, man, because even the Dubois fight was so short notice.
Yeah,
it's like,
sure.
I'm fighting, not only am I fighting, even though it's in Saudi, I'm fighting in England. I'm fighting the officials in English, the referees in English, the promotions in English. I'm getting the contract signed 2 weeks before the fight because this promoter's playing who got the bigger dick. You know, my own promoter sends me a lawsuit for $5 million 2 weeks before the fight.
This is Dimitri Salia?
Salia. I don't get my training expense money to get my team together 2 weeks before the fight. Like it's like, yo, this shit is so disorganized. It was disgusting how I was treated before the fight. You know, and I'm not blaming all that on Frank, but like how my own promoter did me and how things were going on behind the scenes was like, damn, I'm getting ready for a tough ass fight, bro. Like we can do this shit after the fight. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. When money's involved, man, nobody gives a fuck, man. And the fighters, man, we risk our life out there. You know, and then for me, it was like I'm just doing things by myself, or I have my publicist or my one advisor, and I fire my other advisor. You know what I mean? I fired 7 advisors over the years. People don't know what they're doing, man. A lot of people in this sport talk a good game, but they don't back it up, man. And like I said before, I had to take a deep look inside of myself and get myself situated.
Yeah.
And of course, after the fight, you know, taking that loss, you know, that I really did to myself, I come back home and I get arrested for taking my own truck. You know what I'm trying to say? And teams is blasting me for the nonsense, and then and guess what? Charges dropped yesterday.
Right?
Everything's it's over with now. Yeah. Now I got to go deal with that situation because you ain't gonna tarnish my name, have me looking stupid for taking shit that belonged to me because your employee messed up. Yeah. And I remember a big black man in America. It takes one false button to make us look bad. You know what I mean? So like I said, I'm dealing with that. Then I got into a car accident. You know, like a month ago, totaled one of my cars. You know,
any injuries on you?
No injuries. But I'm saying, like turned over in a car 2 times type shit. I ain't tell nobody about that. You know, and I'm still here. So you know, Allah has put His hands on me. But what I'm trying to say, I've been through so much, and it's like, damn, like I gotta catch a break. But I realized that, you know what? God gives His toughest wars to His toughest soldiers, and I've never had nothing easy. You know what I mean? So I'm still here. We still gonna fight. I'm going to camp.
Jarrell, despite having short notice and maybe not being in ideal shape for that fight, you still. There were points in that fight where I felt like it was going to turn.
Yeah.
He was starting to doubt himself. Is that something that you were counting on? That at some point you would break his will?
Yeah, most definitely. You know, his dad definitely put the battery in his back. But what happened was I realized that I didn't doubt myself. I wasn't thinking about the fight. I wasn't present there in the middle in the 6 rounds when I started fading off. I wasn't there. I wasn't thinking about Daniel Dubois. Now I'm thinking about my kids. I'm thinking about this Dimitri bullshit. Like my brain just went all over the place. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, what the fuck? I get focused, get back in the fight. And that's what I hated about it because it's like, damn, I'm doing all this bullshit. I'm in here fighting for my life, and I'm doing this nonsense. People trying to jerk and rob me when I got out the ring. And that kind of fucked me up, you know what I mean? Like, the fight would definitely stop premature. I had 10 seconds left, bro. Like, fuck it, you know what I mean? But like I said before, I wasn't just fighting Daniel Dubois. I'm fighting ref, I'm fighting officials, and I'm fighting the promoter. You know what I mean? It ain't going my way, but like I said, we're back here. I got plenty of time to prepare. You know, I'm not going to make excuses. I don't like making excuses, but I'm just showing you this is what happens, you know what I mean? And it's so funny because all the fighters that came from America, whether it be or from North America, like the Russian Lion and Deontay Wilder, all of us that came from this side, we all performed like shit that night. It's like something like, I don't know if at the time we didn't acclimate or something, but
it was like hastily put together, right?
Yeah, it was like we just didn't like, and I tried to get out there 15 days before the fight. You know, Frank and them and his team didn't want me out there 15 days before the fight. I tried to get acclimated. They gave me 11 days. You know what I mean? So when you fly them crazy hours in another part of the world, you need time to acclimate, and I knew that, but they wouldn't allow me to get that either. So like I said, a lot of mind game and little bullshit trickeries that promoters and behind closed doors they like to do to fighters. And he knew that being 100%, I would have whooped Daniel Dubois' ass. I not gas out. I never gas out on my fights.
No, I know.
The first time
you're
I
in great shape,
out.
even though
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like I never gas out. So you gotta say something. Andy Ruiz won a close fight against Ortiz, a close fight against Cristiano. They got knocked down twice in. He lost to AJ. You know what I mean? But like what I'm saying before, with me, I don't win close decisions. All my fights are one-sided wins, or I beat you the fuck up and I knock you out. So once I have enough time to train, like I do now, I'm gonna be in the best fucking shape of my motherfucking life.
And you look like you're already in pretty good shape.
Yeah, I've been hitting the weights.
Yeah.
Number one thing I do anytime I feel like I'm lost, I go back to the fundamentals. Since I don't want to, like, when I don't feel like wanting to box, I do kickboxing. You know, kickboxing, one of my first loves. It's a martial arts mindset. It's more different than boxing. So that's what I've been doing. Just doing my kickboxing, doing my weight training, just having fun, you know. And I realized that I wasn't having fun in my last fight. I wasn't having fun in training. There was so much bullshit going on. But with this fight, I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna do what I love to do. I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna giggle, and I'm gonna be in the best shape of my life. And I'm gonna have to go kick my boy's ass, man.
Is this a fight that you've always wanted, or a guy that you've always looked at?
No, I bet 10 years ago I might have looked at the fight, but not in recent years because, you know, I know he was coming up. He was coming back from his losses, from AJ, trying to get back in the mix, and I was on a different route. But it wasn't something that I thought was going to happen right now at all. You know, we talk all the time, you know what I mean? So mentally, it's tough. Physically, it's regular fight, you know what I mean? I think mental blockage is like, all right, we're going to feel each other for a round or two, and once we both get hit, all that shit go out the door, right? So I feel that's the one thing we got to get over, you know, because we're both boys, and I got mad love for Andy, and there's nothing but respect. But, you know, that's boxing, and we both, you know, trying to get to the next part in our career, and that's part of the game. You know, there's 3 guys in the boxing game I never want to fight. You know, Andy was one of them I never really wanted to fight. You know, Joseph Parker was the one I really want to fight, and Adam Cornack from Brooklyn. Like I never.
Is that because you guys are all friendly?
Yeah, we're all friends. You know, those like brothers. You know what I mean? So it's like it's hard to like, you know, go in there and try to hurt your boy, and you root for him all the time. You know what I mean? But like I said, we had a convo, and I said, no matter what happens, bro, you guys still take me fishing. And he said, deal. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a fun fight. And they said sometimes friends make some of the most brutal fights ever too, right?
It does seem that way too because of the way you got your styles, right?
Yeah,
like I feel like you're a volume puncher. He's a fast fighter too. How do you think those styles will clash in the ring?
I think that, you know, me, I have to go back to the 2018, 2017 Jarrell Miller. You know, standing there and just banging it out is not always my style. I'll mix up in between. I have very good forward, but I haven't been doing it lately, and I feel like that's because I haven't gone back to my fundamentals. Not doing my kickboxing, not doing 20 rounds of sparring. You know, I only sparred, I think, 2 times for the Dubois fight. You know, one guy didn't even show up. I got like maybe got like 10 rounds in total to spar for the Dubois fight. Yeah. You know what I mean? So with this fight, I'm gonna spar. I'm gonna do everything I love to do that I know that gets me into shape, plus more. Yeah. So it's gonna be a lot different. It's gonna be a lot different than what we see in the Dubois fight. 110%.
Can we expect a more elusive Jarrell Miller?
110%. 100%. Like I said before, I'm not telling you where I'm gonna go for camp just yet. But once you guys see it and where I'm at and who I'm working with, you know, I'm still got my head trainer, so she's gonna be there. But what I'm adding to my team this time, what I'm doing,
you're gonna be straight.
Prediction for the fight?
I asked for 12 rounds and I got 12 rounds. Hold on. Your Bomac, come on. Listen, man.
Oh, we got Bomac in the house.
Listen.
What's up, Bomac?
I've been a fan's guy forever. You know, he always sends me encouraging words. Tell me I gotta get my Holyfield notes down and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I got something coming. I'm working on it. But this is one of my idols right here in the game.
Sure.
Appreciate you, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep.
But
see you, man.
yeah, man. I don't know, man. You know what? But you know, because you know what? It's not like I said. Like it's hard for me to say something that I don't mean because I'm not that kind of person. When I say shit, I mean that shit. Like I said, I got mad respect for Andy. So I'm gonna go in there, man. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna go in and bust his ass. But if I had it, I'm gonna get him out of there by 7 rounds.
Jarrell, 2 more questions for you. So let's talk a little bit about your hit list for this year. Let's say things go well against Andy. What are you looking for after that?
I want AJ, man. I want AJ so bad.
You've been wanting him, right?
Yeah, man. I cut my left nut off to punch that fucker in the face, man. I just don't like him, bro.
What does that stem from?
Man, it's because I've been knew he was a punk. Like it's one thing. Some people try to get this thing like they're tough guys and whatever. He's not that, bro. They try to be, you know, he's two-faced too. I don't like you smiling on my face and then push you behind my back. No, we ain't doing that, bro. I just don't like it. You know what I mean? And I've been knew that, and I've been smelled it on him. And like I said, when Andy got in there and he showed it. You know what I'm trying to say? When he doesn't have a bad night, he clocks out. But like I said before, not every fighter has a good day, but I just know something about your demeanor. and then they try to get you, and then Eddie Hearn will try to get you in fights last minute. I'm not taking no more last minute fights. I'm not no journeyman. I'm not no fucking bum. I'm a fucking top tier fucking boxer.
It does a disservice to your career,
fuck
right?
that. And I mean, I'd rather not even fight at all. That's gonna happen. Like I said, a Dubois fight was a situation that I needed to take it at the time. I felt like I had it. Despite my own people that's supposed to be on my team stabbing me in my back while I'm trying to get shit together. Like I said, this fight's a lot different.
Do you want to get back against Daniel, or do you feel
I
like
want it.
Yeah,
I want it. I asked for it. They don't want that fight.
Yeah.
I heard from the trainer they don't want that rematch right now. Because you know what? I'm gonna have time to train. They ain't gonna get me no 3.5, 4 weeks of training camp. I'm not doing no press conference. I'm not flying on no jumping fucking plane for 10 hours. I'm not doing none of that, bro.
Last question for you is: what is your promotional situation these days? Are you?
It's
with
my
these guys?
last fight with Sleater Promotions. This is my last fight. Remember, I'm my own promoter, so it ain't nobody can tell me shut up. My own promoter. I can talk who I want to talk to. I can talk where I want to talk to. I can talk about what I want to talk to. Me and Sleater Promotion have a joint promotional contract with me, Big Baby Miller. This is my last fight partner with Sleater Promotions, and this is the reason why, in a way, I don't really want the Andy Ruiz fight right now, but I'll take it because I'm finished. After I beat up my boy, I'm starting on a new slate now. You know what I'm trying to say? So, in some curse, you might look at a curse, but it's a blessing in disguise as well. You know what I mean? It's a curse I had to fight my friend, but it's a decent payday. It's my last fight under Dimitri Sleater, and I'm back on the top 5 level. You know what I mean? So, you know, praise be to Allah. We gotta look at the cup half full, not empty, and this is what it is.
Any message to any promoters watching?
Y'all all some scumbags. I think I like this, right? All promoters, like all businesses, do business a certain kind of way. But one thing I can say is, each promoter, I like things about them, and I don't like things about them. Yeah. Do I like Eddie? Of course I still like Eddie. Eddie's like the distant cousin, like you don't like, but you don't fuck him up because he's a cousin. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, so I still like Eddie. You know what I mean? And it's so funny because, you know, Eddie would check on me when I was in Belize and I was flying over the country. You hope you're good. So it's weird. Like, we have still a hate-rate relationship. And Frank is a little different. I'm trying to get feel of Frank. You know what I mean? And I love Oscar and B Hop is, they're like uncles too. You know, B Hop always check on me and give me motivational words. Who else? Don wanted to bench on me forever, but you know, man. But what I'm trying to say, each promoter has their own style and way how they do things. But for me, the funniest motherfucker that I think I mesh off the best with is Eddie. You know what I mean? As much as I want to beat him up.
You guys are similar in that you're great self-promoters.
Yeah,
right?
you know what I mean? So, I mean, like I said, boxing is a game where your paperwork got to be right. And you have to, as far as you got to understand something. I like Jake Paul too. You know, I've been Paul with Jake twice. My other assistant coach, third, is with Jake Paul now. Jake is a cool fucking guy, bro. I think every promoter has their ups and downs. And you as a fighter, just don't think I gotta be a great fighter and have skills. You gotta learn this game. You gotta learn this business. Because if you fighting, not making no money in this sport.
Terrence Crawford talked a lot about that in some interviews that I've watched.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's really important for the guys coming up. Do you feel like you also want to help some of these guys coming up?
Yeah.
To understand the business?
So after this, I'm actually working on putting how can I do like an internet classroom together where you can learn about boxing, business management, promotional companies, things we learn about the boxing game. So I'm working on putting that together now, which, you know, it's an online course. It's teaching them boxing 101, you know, or fight game 101. Remember, I fought in martial arts. I've helped my boys do UFC contracts, Bellator contracts, PFL contracts. I've looked over almost every contract there is already, you know. So, like I said before, the only reason why I was with Dimitri Sleater for so long was because the hiatus where I took up for boxing for a little while. But like I said, finally, it's almost over. So now it's time for me to get the camera focused.
Congratulations.
Thank you, bro.
Last question, because it's something I've always wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
When it comes to Jarrell Miller also having a similar nickname, is there a chance for a real Big Baby showdown?
You mean Big Baby Anderson? I would love to get that. I'd love to get that fight. But the thing about Jarrell Anderson is they don't believe in him because he's a mental puppet. You know what I'm trying to say? He don't really fight heavyweights. He fight all cruiserweights. You know, they fought Charles Morton a 10-day notice. You know what I'm saying? So they don't really believe in the product they have just yet. So they're gonna kind of wait till the guys like me, the AJs and Dylan Whites, until we kind of fade out.
Age them out.
Yeah, until we fade us out, and then they try to bring them up. The problem with that is that you're not really believing in your guy. at some point he's gonna run in with an old dog, like a Glenn Johnson type mentality, and like if he fight Derek Chisora will beat the shit out of him. So you have guys like Derek Chisora hanging around, you might I'm gonna sleep on him and go in and whip his ass.
Right, you look at his record and you think he's that.
All right, yeah, you know what I mean. So
all right, but great meeting.
All right, bro, appreciate it.
Take care.